Lori Broccoloni with HappyNaturalHorse.com, and today we are going to do some energy work. And please excuse the lawnmower. I have a really difficult time for some reason to have somebody videotape me. So anyway, his name is Justin, and he's a thoroughbred in for training. And no matter, but he's been here 3 weeks, and he had 45 days of training somewhere. I think the training was being beaten by a stick, and he was aced. He is extremely jumpy. You cannot put a saddle on him, a saddle pad. He just is not coming along, no matter, I mean, we're really gentle with him. We rub him with the stick, and we put the bareback pad on him, and he just goes bonkers. Anything that you do that is different, he just can't stand it. See how he gets really upset, puts his ears back. Now I know this isn't really extreme, but now it is being extreme. You see how he is? So what we've decided to do, and we don't know if it's going to work, is we're going to do some energy work on him and see how that works. So the first thing I'm going to do is, I have this heart oil, and I'm going to let him smell it. And he's going to, and it's got all kinds of fragrances in it. It makes you calmer, it raises your vibration so that you can heal. It works on the emotions. And I'm going to put a little bit behind his ears, rub it in. You see how you don't like that. And you're supposed to put some on the bulbs of his feet, but I don't think I'm doing that today. So, sorry about the background noise. I will speak loud. So in my hand we have a chart. It's called the Trapped Emotions, the Emotion Code. I call it Trapped Emotion Release, from Dr. Bradley Nelson. I am a practitioner of the Emotion Code and the Body Code. I'm not certified yet, but I'm a student of it. I've been doing it now for about 3 years. So we're going to go ahead and do his trapped emotions, and I'm going to show you how the process is done. Don't know if it's going to help this horse or not, but you know what? If it does, that would be great, and I would like to have it on video. So first thing I'm going to do is muscle test him, and I do it with my fingers. So I'm going to ask him, may I work on you? And he says yes. My fingers are together. And then I'm going to say, do you have a trapped emotion? Yes. Can we release it? Yes. Is it 1? Yes. Is it A, B, C? Is it A, B? Okay, so it's column B. So I'm going to say effort unreceived, heartache, insecurity. That's a big one, because this horse is really insecure. And so I'm going to ask him if it's inherited. It says no. And is it before you were 2? No. Well, you're 2 now. He says, well, no. 2.5. So he might be 3. He might be going on 3. I don't know his age. They told me he was 2. But he could have went to 2 like back in, you know, he could have been 2 like in April. So, but he says I can release it. And so I have a magnet, and I'm just going to rub it back down his spine, and hopefully he doesn't blow and go crazy. And I'm just going to, you know, I have that word, we brought it up, insecurity. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3. And we're going to go ahead and pull that word out of his back. Okay, now it's gone. And now we're going to ask him, did we release it? It says yes, we released it. So now we're going to ask him, do you still have a trapped emotion? Yes. Can we release it? Yes. Is it A, B? So 1, 2, 3, 4. The chart comes to 4, B. Depression, frustration, indecisiveness. It's a perfect word for him because he's extremely indecisive. So I'm going to go ahead and ask him if it's inherited, and he says yes. Is it from mom, dad, granddad, his dad? So it's an inherited emotion. I'm going to let him smell it because this horse goes nutso. Now you don't see it now, but as long as I'm close to him, he's fine. But we have that word, indecisiveness, which is perfect for this horse because he's extremely indecisive. He is just not sure of himself. And when you have an inherited motion, it has to be swiped 10 times behind the back. And you have to find out how far the lineage goes back. So, did we release this trapped emotion? Yeah. Do you still have an inherent trapped emotion? He said no. Okay. Now we're going to still ask him if he has a trapped emotion. He said yes. We'll probably be here a little while. Okay? But this is good for you guys to learn to see how energy works because I do it a lot in my practice. So, is it row 1, 2, column A, B. Failure, helplessness, hopelessness, lack of control, low self-esteem. Lack of control? Okay, so it's helplessness. Okay, is it inherited? No. So, we are going to take the word helplessness, go 1, 2, 3. It's the only thing you need to do with a magnet. I have a magnet in this little bag. Very strong magnet. It's good to use the Lincoln magnets, but for horses I just use a nice big one. Good boy. Okay, so do you still have a trapped emotion? He said no, but he has a heart wall. And on my guess, it's pretty big. So, how big is his heart wall? I'm going to say 20 feet, 30 feet, 25 feet. 25 feet, made out of wood, brick. It's made out of brick in his subconscious mind. You can learn about the trapped emotion heart wall at the Dr. Bradley Nelson site. So, he has a 25 foot, meaning 25 feet around him. He has a blockage with his heart wall. So we're going to ask him, his subconscious mind, can we release it? He said yes. Column A, B. 1, 2, 3. Confusion, defensiveness, grief. Now that's a pretty strong word for this horse. I mean, it's rare that I get grief. So can we release it? Yes. Is it inherited? No. So, my guess is that this buddy boy, Mr. Insecurity here, I think he was probably yanked from his mommy way too soon. So I'm going to go ahead. I brought up the word grief. I think about it. We're releasing it. 1, 2, 3. So did we release it? And he said yes. Do you still have a heart wall? Yes. Can we release it? Yes. Is it column A, B? 1, 2, 3. 3 again. Confusion, defensiveness, grief, self-abuse. Now, I would say that this horse does have self-abuse because if you saw him this morning with just a bareback pad, he almost killed himself. And we've had him for like 3 or 4 weeks. He takes the Pirelli rope really well. He lunges, he does everything, but he just blows at anything, even like a piece of paper. This is pretty good. I can do this, and I couldn't do that before. So, self-abuse would be, so I'm going to say, is this inherited? No. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and release it. Self-abuse. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to just do 3 more. Just for kicks. Yeah, it's a good boy. Did we release it? Yes. Do you still have a heart wall? He says no, he doesn't. So what we're going to do is ask him if he has an addictive heart wall, and he said yes, and that takes no words to release. Again, to learn about the addictive heart wall, all you have to do is go to Dr. Bradley Nelson's site. I think it's www.drbradleynelson.com. Or you can type in the emotion code or the body code. So my guess is worry would be his big issue with his addiction of his heart wall. And I'm going to do it a couple times back here and sweep them. And the way this works is we find the word in his subconscious mind that's trapped inside his body. And just like a credit card that hits a magnet, it wipes out all the code. We're bringing up the word to the subconscious mind. The back is the past, and the magnet pulls the word out, and it's gone for good. It usually works really well with horses and people. It might take him a while to adjust to it. But we're going to ask him one more time, just in case a trapped emotion showed up. Okay, so we're going to ask him, do you still have a trapped emotion? And it's a big no. You still have a heart wall? Big no. You have an addictive heart wall? Big no. Do you feel better? And he says yes. Now his head is lower, but it could be just because we're standing here. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so we will walk him around real quickly, and then we're going to go on to the next video in a minute. So Justin, do you want to move? And let me see if you're better. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Now he's still not sure of himself, but he has his head down. Of course I didn't walk him before, but he's not doing too bad. If you have any questions about the emotion code, please don't hesitate to leave a comment below and subscribe to my channel. This is Lori at HappyNaturalHorse.com.